Can IRS penalties be waived? Hi, I'm Juliana, and I am an enrolled agent living in Texas. I have a master's in taxation, as well as a background at the IRS for almost a decade. I like to talk about some of my experiences at the IRS, as well as some things that you may experience with the IRS or tax in general. So if any of that interests you, then come along. Today I want to briefly discuss if penalties can be waived when the IRS assesses them. The answer is sometimes. Sometimes yes. If an individual implements the penalty, then you have probably a better chance of getting it waived than if it is assessed like from a service center far away. If you have been audited and someone assesses a penalty on you, then you can talk to the person, give them reasonable cause as to why you think the penalty should not be assessed. If you got along with them during your exam and you actually have a pretty decent reason, and ignorance is not a good reason for why that penalty should not be assessed, then they may waive it. They will have to do a whole write-up for their manager and have that approved as to why they are not assessing the penalty, because it is standard to assess a penalty, an accuracy penalty, if you have an underreporting of tax. If you are assessed some sort of a late penalty or something else from a service center for filing, then it's rare, but it can be taken away. If you have a valid reason why you should not have it assessed, and sometimes there's case law that will be a support for you. Occasionally there's a first-time filer penalty for certain businesses that you can get a late penalty waived, but sometimes you just can have a really good reason for it. I saw a lot of people where I waived penalties. Generally, I'd say yes, I assessed penalties, but I mean, some people, they brought me proof at times. There were fires, there were deaths, there were hospitalizations, there were grave sicknesses, all documents. They may have kept some, they may have, I don't know any other reasons, but generally if there's a big life event happening that's pretty negative and stressful, where you can have a legitimate reason why you were late, why you couldn't keep your your documents, then you might be able to convince somebody to waive that penalty. Interest, however, I have never seen waived. That was not anything that was given to us. We did not have that authority when I audited, and I have never once seen it waived, ever. On the flip side, though, if you are due a refund and you file late, the IRS will pay you interest on that and then send you a lovely 1099, so you have to pick it up on your return as income the next year.